Wasabi Wallet. Unfairly private.
What's going on, guys? I'm here in Miami after wrapping up at the Bitcoin 2021 conference where I got to meet a ton of awesome Bitcoiners. I also got to ask you guys what you thought about a variety of different topics. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I am Ben with the BTC Sessions. This is your daily session.
Hodl the Bitcoin.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
LEDN.io boasts a number of awesome Bitcoin services. Of course, they have their Bitcoin-backed loans where you can use your Bitcoin as collateral to get Canadian or US dollar loans into your bank account within 24 hours. They have Bitcoin and USDC savings accounts with interest rates of up to 11% annually paid monthly. And they have their B2X offering, which uses Bitcoin-backed loans to instantly buy you more Bitcoin. You can check them out in the links down below. And if you click that link and opt to use either of their loan products, they will give you $25 for free into your savings account. If you are buying Bitcoin in Canada and both security and ease of use are top of mind, then you have to check out Bitbuy. These guys have been around since 2016. They were the first in Canada to get a full proof of reserves audit. They're also the only company in Canada to offer full one-to-one Bitcoin insurance through their partners Knox Custody. These guys have a web interface and a convenient mobile app for both iOS and Android so that you can stack sats on the go. Click the link in the show notes below to check them out. And if you use that link after your first $250 purchase, they will give you $20 for free. If you are backing up any important Bitcoin wallet, you need to get your seed phrase in solid steel on the BillFodl. This helps insulate you against fire damage, water damage, or just accidentally throwing the damn thing out, as can commonly happen with a piece of paper if you're not careful. BillFodl gives you that peace of mind, and you can store your seed phrase securely and safely. This is how I back up all of my important Bitcoin wallets. The Kobo Vault has gone through a rebrand and is now known as Keystone. It is the same awesome team and the same excellent product with some added improvements. Of course, as always, easy, sign what you see, QR codes via air-gapped mode. Of course, they have a secure element and Bitcoin-only firmware with interoperability with all my favorite wallets like Electrum, Blue Wallet, Spectre, Sparrow, Wasabi, and the list goes on. This thing is fantastic. And hey, SD card now on the outside, so be sure to check them out. If you're a former Kobo Vault owner, be sure to reach out to them, because if you're looking to upgrade, they have some deals in store for you. Whether you're living on Bitcoin like me or just exercising a little high time preference, an excellent place to do it is Bitrefill, where they have all of the gift cards you could possibly imagine, and you can pay with Bitcoin either on chain or via the Lightning Network. Again, I mean it, you guys. These guys have absolutely everything you could possibly imagine, and they're available in just an insane number of countries. You really got to see it to believe it. Head over, check them out. Also, you earn sats back as you shop, and they've got a killer referral program. Links are in the show notes.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
My question to you is, does Bitcoin consume too much energy?
No. I don't want to live in a world where we moralize energy use. I believe fundamentally, if we start to get to a place where energy consumption is moralized, it's going to be the downfall of our free societies and ability to execute freedom, because Bitcoin would only be the first step. It would go down a very long series of other things that are not savory to many people, and they would become illegal just by energy consumption, and that's not a free society that I want to live in.
No, there's no wasted energy in Bitcoin.
So I mean, this is so this has been a topic of debate for at least for the last month or so. I mean, it's not even a topic of debate. I don't know why it popped in. So this is a very perspective question, subjective. So if some people consider what's important to them, let's say you want to drive to a friend's party, maybe that's not important to me. I can save money on not driving to a friend's party, but I consider my money which is my wealth or whatever you call it, which is Bitcoin, that's important to me. So to answer in a very objective way, Bitcoin does not consume a lot of energy. You can go look at the stats. You can go look at how much energy is consumed by the banking system, etc., etc. You take a percentage of it. This is hardly like maybe less than 1/10 of the entire global energy itself. And if you don't want to spend that much energy on saving and preserving your wealth, I think that's a choice you want to make, right? I mean, it's pretty subjective, but yeah, TLDR, no, it does not.
Okay. No, Bitcoin just consumes energy. If you don't consume energy, well, you're always going to consume energy. Everything consumes energy. Either it does it directly like Bitcoin does, or it does it indirectly through systems of authority which require energy to maintain them in the first place. All that means is you use it inefficiently and you obfuscate the energy use. So there's no advantage to doing what people do outside of Bitcoin systems. They just push everything to the sides and we don't really see the result of it.
Bitcoin is the best use of energy simply because the product that you're getting from it is the greatest store of value on earth. And I think the more FUD that we have out there that we can squash and make it well known that, let's say waste gas can be used to mine Bitcoin. You can use, people are going to source out the best use of that energy. And I think we're going to see this FUD about energy go away real soon.
No, that's a ridiculous statement by very, very uninformed, ignorant people. It does not consume a lot of electricity. It is a powerful tool of financial freedom for humanity, and it might use some electricity for it to be useful, but so does every single other thing on this globe. So it's a very stupid thing.
No, it doesn't. Not in comparison with the actual fiat system.
Absolutely not. The US petrodollar consumes too much energy. We all know this.
Bitcoin's the most efficient monetary system to ever exist in humankind. Like, all this ESG garbage is moronic. Like, Bitcoin eliminates waste, bureaucratic waste, military-industrial complex, like inefficient markets, all of that crap. It's the most efficient possible form of monetary energy in the world.
It's perspective again. Bitcoin will use energy. Bitcoin will use more energy tomorrow than it used today. But it depends on what you think is wasteful use of energy. I'm a fan of Saifuddin's approach, like washing machines. Like, washing machine uses huge gigawatts of energy. Are you going to stop using washing machines and dishwasher and wash your clothes and dishes by yourself? No. Who decides the what is the right use of energy? So Bitcoin energy use secures the network. If you feel Bitcoin is important for you to use, and if you feel security is important, Bitcoin will use energy. It is the only real tie. It is the only tie to the real world, and none of the other proof of stake, proof of space is going to make sense once this clicks. And last thing is, what secures the US dollar? It's the military. It's the petrodollar. It's all the Air Force and Navy and Army that's securing. And what's the cost of that? So, and what's the energy used for that? So, yeah, if you compare that, Bitcoin is using much less energy for a global monetary policy that's immutable.
Beautiful. Bitcoin consumes a good amount of energy, but if you understand the network, you value the network, and the energy usage is being put to good use. How much energy does, Christmas lights take?
Bitcoin needs to boil the oceans even more. Bitcoin does not consume enough energy, and if we think about it, even if it does consume energy, it's energy that is going to be used for generations to come in the best way possible, which is sound money. And we need that energy in order to protect this. It's one of the most unique inventions ever invented, and we have it right now. And we need all of the resources possible to protect it if we want better futures for our kids, for our grandkids, for our great-great-grandkids. So no, Bitcoin does not consume enough energy. If anything, we need more of it.
No, Bitcoin does not consume too much energy. In fact, it doesn't consume enough energy. I will not be satisfied until Bitcoin consumes like 50% of the world's energy or something like that. The more energy Bitcoin consumes, the better humanity is off. So we should just be really happy to see Bitcoiners mining and taking all that energy and transforming it into hard money.
Bitcoin does not consume enough energy. The conversation around energy consumption versus carbon emissions, not the same thing, man. Like there is a difference between energy consumption and carbon emissions. So the energy FUD is just that. It's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But at the end of the day, nah, Bitcoin needs to consume more.
Absolutely not. Everything consumes energy. We wouldn't be here. This camera consumes energy. The question is that energy beneficial? People play video games all around the world. They draw way more energy than Bitcoin, but Bitcoin can actually save people and give them freedom. And that's why no amount of energy is too much for the benefit that Bitcoin brings.
No, not at all. Bitcoin thrives on wasted energy and curtailed energy, and the arguments against Bitcoin's energy consumption are total FUD nonsense. Like, in order for us to have a secure system that operates outside of anybody's control, we need to be consuming energy, and that's what Bitcoin does.
Absolute nonsense. It does not. The energy usage isn't dependent on the amount of transaction. The energy usage is contingent on the level of security on the network. So if you're a bad actor and you actually want to attack the network, you have to expend as much energy as possible. So that's why it's imperative that Bitcoin uses as much energy as it does. Yeah.
I would say no, compared to all the other technologies, you know, everything consumes energy. We live in like a modern world, everything consumes energy, and it just secures the network.
Does a global money with so much use case to empower the world, is that worth using energy? What is energy for if not to fuel our life? So I think if it's used for wasteful things, then maybe. But if we're all using it to empower ourselves and unbank ourselves, then absolutely not. It's not a waste.
Bitcoin does not consume too much energy. It is much more efficient than the existing financial system, which has all the bank servers, physical bank branches, military, tanks, aircraft carriers, court systems to deal with legal contracts. So Bitcoin is very efficient when compared to that. Bitcoin ultimately is doing something very useful for society. It's a new money that's created to help people become free. And that is, I think, one of the most important uses of electricity that we could use. Use Bitcoin. Bitcoin could use it.
Bitcoin does not consume too much energy when you consider the fact that banks, the banking system, consumes so much more energy than the Bitcoin network does that it's not even close.
I'm trying to find another way to say fuck no. Absolutely not. I mean, you look at the numbers, it's pretty clear. It consumes a very small percentage of the wasted energy in the world. And I think it's pretty worth it to build a new financial system with as much energy as needed. And it's gonna get better over time. More renewable energy, let's go.
Not at all. If we are saying that Bitcoin is a settlement, final settlement network, I would say that we consume much less energy than banks, even way less energy than mining gold production. So it's all depending what you're comparing with. And Bitcoin is way more energy efficient on that point.
You know, that's a really good question. I guess it just depends on whether you think energy consumption is good or bad. To me, I think that Bitcoin will consume more and more energy as time goes on, and it will end up actually driving an innovation in the green energy and renewable sectors as it incentivizes more and more people to use those products. So to me, it's like, I like how much energy Bitcoin consumes.
Bitcoin does not consume too much energy, and anybody who says that is an absolute idiot and hasn't done their homework.
Does Bitcoin consume too much energy?
No, it doesn't. No, I'm just kidding, not next question. I have lots of hot takes on this. Actually, Alex said a great one. He said that Nikola Tesla created energy for Bitcoin, and using energy for anything other than Bitcoin is irresponsible. I think that's like a super hot take. It's not my take, that's from Alex at Amber App. But I think that what Bitcoin powers, first of all, when you monetize energy like Bitcoin has, you create
an ecosystem that allows development. We look at technology and the amount of money that's put behind technology because of the privatization of technology as compared to like Big Pharma. Big Pharma sucks because it's just like 3 big people with patents that don't have anything to do with advancing the technology behind it. They're not incentivized to do that. So I think that no, Bitcoin does not use too much electricity at all.
Thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. As always, please be sure to hit like, subscribe, and share. If you want to help the show in another way, you can hit up the previously mentioned sponsors down below. Or if you really liked what you saw or heard, you can hit me up with a Bitcoin Lightning Network tip on my tippin.me page. That is tippin.me/@BTC Sessions. With that, I'm out. Have yourselves a wonderful day or evening, wherever you may be. I'll see you guys next time for your daily session.
HODL the Bitcoin.